Welcome back to another episode. We are talking about Dream of Rohan Jennings Ministry, and my name is Rohan Jennings, recording artist and also highly favored by God, just as many of you. God love all of us, and it's amazing to be here today to even speak about the Word of God. And lucky, unfortunately, to me, where I'm coming from, as a person from outside the world, as an artist. And I remember when I just get signed as a youth at the age of 22 with Jetstar Record in England. And I remember when I get published with EMI Record at the age of 23. And was doing great and make so much hit. And I remember in 2004 I get my first success international hit on MTV base. And I was feeling love, I was feeling joy. The fame was so over me, and I did well, but I also remember things that I do to achieve some of that fame into the music industry. And it do apply to my life now when I do speak, because my story is really long and my testimony is true. And to know that I did have to do sacrifice to gain money, to give money, to gain money in my career, to reach where I was. And as a youth into the music industry, and many people would never know our suffer or never know what we've been through. And you will see us nice on TV, and you maybe see me travel and you will think that, wow, you are blessed. When I was with Jetstar, I was doing what the recording label asked me to do. I was very growing up, very young, and was hasty for money and for richness and for people to see me and entertainment. That's what I was all about. I was a God-fearing person because my mom was a Christian. Most of my family was a Christian, so I brought up in Spanish Town, Jamaica. And from there, I always want to be in music. So I grew up very rough, knowing about gangsterness, knowing about badness, know all about that, but never really put myself or condone myself to get involved into that. I was never, ever thinking about badness. All I did want to do is just sing and praise my music, not even God at that time, but we feel God. Whatever come out to us at that time in Jamaica, and many people in Jamaica and many people across the world, we must not lie to ourselves. That image and whatever people come to us and say, we quickly follow. And many of us do not research, many of us. And that's why many of us as Jamaicans, sometimes we lost when it comes to God, because we do not really take time out to study and try to find out the truth for ourselves. We comply to what people say to us and committed to it. And when we committed to something, and if it starts to give us money, no one cannot tell us nothing. So when I committed myself to get involved in witchcraft, which I never knew it was at the time, but to then go and bath in milk and all these things too, and sacrifice money for my music to go through, and I was doing well. I could have been patient, but I did want it all, and many of us are like that. So when I do that, I was just looking to gain money. I did get a recording deal, and literally I get the recording deal before I do all these things. So I did get the money, but I did want more. I did want more. So I remember my first 25,000 that I get from Jetstar Record. I remember at that time, as it come in 2 checks, how I get it. I could have built on it, but because of meeting other people, and I realized that it's either drugs or do, and I never was going for drugs because my mom never grew me that way. So I did take that influence, and certain things was going on with my home office status and all these things, And then I complied to do stuff, such as like to bathe in milk and to do other stuff, to get rings and to get chains and stuff, to say, oh God, because that was the lifestyle. And I lived 7 years of my music career of that life, until I get a beat down and I lose everything. And God did raise me back up and give me a TV show. Then I started to run one of the biggest reggae show at the time that was on Sky in England. And by running that TV show, then again people come back to me, like the devil always send people to me, and I always pay them to do these things and for me. And then I get back involved into it. I do a couple years well. I did have a big team, get investments and everything like that. Then the devil attack again. But I was underneath control from the devil, I got to say, because at night time when I used to go to bed, I used to wake up and I know that someone was sleeping with me, because my parents used to pull. Sometimes I would purposely put belts around my waist, because it's been going on with me for years. From I was really a child for a long time. And it was getting worse. And I locked my belt. And I still wake up in the morning and my belt pull and my zip pull down. And I used to find it strange. And things that I used to see on me, I used to worry. But I never say nothing to anyone. I used to pray and cry in the bathroom. Only God didn't know what I was going through, where many people never know. And these things, these testimony, it seems I become a Christian. I did use the scared to even speak it when I just baptized. It's knowing God. And to know that God called me. And He justified me. And He blessed me the way He blessed me, just to tell my story. And my story is really big. And I'm just giving you a bit of it, until my biography come out and everything is on track. I am a fairly new person towards this, but not a new Christian, because from the foundation of the earth I've been blessed. So I've been seeing spirit from a little boy, because my mom been blessed, my sister, family, we've been blessed, but we go through struggle of warfare. And that's why it said we do not wrestle with flesh and blood, but with spiritual warfare in higher places, principality. And I do believe in that, because I speak to them on the phone. They used to call us and with L. And I speak to a few of them. And I still never take it serious. I used to think it was a girl until 2 witnesses was there. And that's how God worked. And I give somebody the phone one time. I was in the studio. I was doing great. I just did come out of detention center. And I was going through a lot. And I was working now. I lose everything that I have. The big pay I used to get from recording label. And I record a song named Life of Foreigner Easy. And I was in the studio to record another song. And at the time, this song was playing on Choice FM those time. And what happened is that, bam, I get a phone call. And when I asked a Rastaman to answer the call. And glory be to God, these people was there. And when he answered the phone, because every time I answer, I never, one answer. I used to think it's a girl that's playing around with me and breathing down the phone with some heavy breathing. So I used to just like, who is playing with me? And I always phone every girl who I know and ask them, why are you ringing my phone? And they were like, no, I'm not doing that. But I will never believe them. I always think it was them. And then when the Rastaman answered the phone this night, I will never forget, I was in Walthamstow recording with Fitzroy Blake, who's a good producer. And he produced a lot of great songs with me also. And what happened is that week, I do a collaboration with Junior Reid in that same studio. And then the following week after, I was at the studio before this song come out. And I was in the box and a call come in. And they said, your phone now stop ring. And I said, who is it? And the rest said, Whittle. And I said, answer for me. And he answered. And then I was recording, but I noticed the Ras was still on the phone speaking to someone. Then I hear the Ras is speaking in some funny kind of talking. I never understand what he was saying. Anyway. But then the Ras called me and said, you need to come hear this. So then the Ras is saying, why do you want to kill him? Then all of a sudden the Ras dropped the phone and said, it's serious. I then take the phone up and put the phone on my ears. When I put the phone up my ears, and these things, God know what he was doing, because God put witness. And these are people who remember this time. And when I put the phone up my ears, the voice that I heard, this voice was not a normal voice. I thought it was a TV show and someone